Alright, welcome back. This is episode 2 of our Let's Play Poorly of X4 Foundations, a Vanilla Plus run, as it were. And let's see what we were doing last time. Alright, so it looks like we had our explorer heading out. It's going to search, look for all the stations in this zone first, and then it's going to start doing the satellite circular pattern, hexagon pattern as they call it, to expose all of the fog of war. I'm going to rename my little vanguard here to the little fish. I'm going to put the correct capitalizations in. First of all, little fish. There we go. And let's take a look. We have a supply recovery mission here. That's a lockbox mission. Those are pretty easy, especially because we have the two mods installed, Fly by Lockbox and Fly by Loot. Both of those will help here because it just opens up the lockbox if you're within 5 kilometers. And again, if you're within 5 kilometers, it retrieves all loot without you needing to use a magnet. Alright, so let's see. So we're in autopilot right now, which is why we're getting this third-person camera. That's part of a camera mod by QWERTY. Looks like I've just had a bit of a minor accident. Doesn't seem to know what's happening here. Where am I going? What happened to me? Oh dear. That's not me. I'm over here. Ah, okay. No, I didn't have an accident. I just bounced funny. Oh, I should probably get out of the way there. Don't want to accidentally end up going through that gate again. That would be a waste of time. Alright, here we go. So we don't go very fast in this ship. We will improve over time with better ships, and eventually we'll do some ship mods. Although for me, that's fairly late game. I don't do a lot of that stuff early on. It's fine, but it's not, it's not super exciting for me. I also don't play super efficiently, so, that isn't something that I really try to get a hold of, even though it would definitely help with the viability of my ships. Alright, so we gotta stop around here somewhere and do our long-term scan, or long-range scan. We need to find that lockbox. Probably a little too far away. There we are. Alright.
Asteroid.
Nope, too far away to select it. That's fine. I'm not going to use the mouse. I avoid using the mouse if I possibly can, so selecting that item in front of me is just not what I'm going to do.
Asteroid.
I'm just going to keep hitting my target object button until I'm close enough to target it.
Unknown
there we go.
Object.
Alright, we're going to slow down. No, probably not that slow. Okay, within 5. Alright, so we're going to, there we go, it opened up. And now we've got the dropped container items. So now what we need to do is find the other one. There it is.
Unknown object.
Like I said in the first episode, this is my jam, doing these missions, things like this. This is what I enjoy in the game. I enjoy the role-playing element of it much more than the empire management element. I'll do empire management stuff if I have to, and I do have to from time to time. There are certain things that you want to do when you're proceeding through the game. But I do the bare minimum empire management stuff if I possibly can. Alright, we're not going too far. Sorry if the sound is cutting out. I'm not entirely sure why that happens, even though the game continues to run. If I alt tab, if I alt tab out, the game continues to run, but I think the audio cuts out, and I'm having to alt tab out just to check certain things. I accidentally switched my keyboard layout just a second ago by hitting the wrong buttons. Alright, so we have to go to this foundry to drop off the stuff we got from the lockbox. Alright. There we go, slowing down. Boosting in a little bit.
Docking granted.
One of the nice things about the Better Target Monitor is this. Oh, there you go. There was a section right here which showed how long, what my ETA to that object is. It's very useful. There is an option in the Better Target Monitor to identify ships based on their old X3 designations of M3, M4, and so on. But, I mean, while I appreciate that, it never really mattered to me, and I prefer the simpler designations that we see in X4. So, alright, let's see here. I forgot to... Well, I didn't forget so much as didn't have the money to get the docking computer, so here we go. Alright, now I'm landing. Oh, hello guys. Where are you guys up to? Alright, let's get up. I gotta go drop off these bandages at the bar. Up to this dude. Deliver the bandages. Deliver the needle. There we go. Alright, we done. Okay, we did a supply recovery mission. Now, if I look here over at... Okay, fines and forfeiture, nothing there. Alright, I need to get out. It's a little fish. There we go. I gotta get the social standings, so hopefully we can see if there's any changes.
Hello there.
Hello, Talia Selden. All right. Are we related? I'm Val Selton.
Captain.
All right, so head now into the black again. One second. All right, I'm a dum-dum. I was looking for the reputation stuff on the map, and of course that's not where they are. They're over here. All right. Professions, we now have, let's see, 9 points in courier. We have 9 points in spy, 3 points in miner, and nothing in saboteur, engineer, or trader. So these are QWERTY's mods here, this professions options thing here. So these are not part of the base game. They are a flavor of sort of role-playing that I really like. And it adds different guilds and trade organizations that you can join based on your profession. We have 2 completed missions and no failed missions. These are our reputations. We are considered a vigilante because of 2 unsanctioned attacks. We were attacking some of those mass traffic ships. And the Ministry of Finance considers us a vigilante because of 1 unsanctioned attack that they are aware of. And the Argon Federation sees us as a vigilante because of 1 unsanctioned attack that they're aware of. So we've actually done 2 of them, but one of them was in Ministry of Finance, and one of them was in Argon Federation territory. So this is the number of kills and the number of sanctioned kills, which of course is kind of kills by reputation, vigilante, kills by faction, criminal. So yeah, these are very complex and interesting sort of gameplay modifications. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. Is there something I want? No. I think I'm done there. Okay. All right. Are there any possible missions? Nothing at the moment. Okay. Other than the one that we already have, which is the experiment. We need to deliver the suitable ship. Well, I don't have a suitable ship to deliver right now because the ship that I bought with the money that he gave me is over here doing some exploring. So what I'm going to need to do instead is make some more money by some other means to buy another ship. So that means looking for more stations because I don't see enough. I don't have enough stations visible, so I'm not going to get a lot of missions showing up. So I need to go do my own exploring as well. Use the component factory. That looks like that's got a mission available. Is it anything that we can take? Eye for an eye. It wants us to destroy criminal traffic. We can do that. Alright, so we're going to do it over there, but for right now, we still want to check this station out. Look at us rocking 20 frames per second. Like I said in the last episode, if you can't handle all of my sweet low frame rates, you should just bounce. Because it ain't going to get any better. It's mostly because of all these asteroids creating pathing issues, I think, for the NPC ships and things like that. I'm definitely CPU limited. I'm not really GPU limited. The game is CPU limited overall, but I think in my case, definitely is GPU limited. Because I can max out. I mean, I'm almost on ultra settings right now at a 1440 screen, and if I drop it down to lower graphical settings, my frame rates basically don't improve. I might get an extra 3 or 4 frames per second, and I like the pretty stuff, so I keep the pretty on and deal with the low frame rates. So it's definitely CPU bound. The game is overall very CPU bound, but on my computer especially it is, and that's fine because, you know, I don't worry about it. All right, let's see. This is water shortages. We need to scan a ship containing water. These are tedious. You kind of really only want to do them when you happen to be in an area where there's possibly going to be ships around. You kind of have to sit and look for them. I don't have a problem with the mission as a general rule. It's just not very photogenic, as it were. So we're not going to accept that one for right now. We might come back to that type of mission later, but not at the moment. So instead, what we're going to do is we're actually going to go and do the criminal traffic mission. I'm aware that I could make a whole crap ton of money right now if I went ahead and looked for some crystal mining opportunities and things like that. And I used to do that back when I was originally playing versions 1, 2, and 3. But I got bored of that because it's just too simple. It's a single gameplay loop that is highly contingent upon randomization of the crystals, and it's only mildly fun. And it does get you a lot of money, but then what have you got for what have you got to show for that? Like, you just going around getting crystals and making money. You might as well just do a custom start with all the money that you would have gotten mining crystals. So it's still viable gameplay. It's not, to my mind, a really reasonable way to make early game money. Again, for me, the best way to make early game money is to play the game, do the missions, enjoy the environment, and kind of build yourself up slowly. Don't try to rush out of the gate with a whole bunch of money all at once and build a fleet and build a station and dominate the galaxy. Like that's I mean that's fun for some people because they like the empire management aspects. It is absolutely not my thing. Not even a little bit. So, we're not going to do that. We are going to just do our thing. Okay, oh, there's one. Let's go get him. Got it. All right, and we're going to get a little bit of loot from that too. We don't have to magnet it because it will come in automatically. Typically, if one criminal traffic appears, then they start appearing more rapidly after that. So sometimes you have to wait a little while to get the first one, and then they start appearing much more rapidly after that. But this time around, we got one pretty early on, and now there seems to be a delay. So, but typically they do kind of appear in a big sequence. There we go. Yep, there's another one. And that my crewman telling me that there's an enemy in range is again one of those mods, NPC reactions mod, I think it's what it's called, by QWERTY. It's a really easy way to track things like this, like criminal traffic that pops up, that you just know immediately. Yes, I can target that and deal. I don't have to keep scanning, like visually scanning my field of view. Oh, he got behind the station there. All right, let's get him. There he goes. Okay, he is down. We're gonna collect that. Ooh, Argnu steak. That is really hard to get a hold of. Argnu steak is not easy to track down. I mean, you can find it in lock boxes sometimes, but it's still not common. There we go. There's another one. So getting that this early is actually really sweet because then we can do those fine meal missions, which are kind of a pain in my butt to do. If you don't have the Argnu steak, that it just like it's a major limitation for getting those, and then you're just like, well, I've got this stupid mission that I can't do anything with until I randomly get Argnu steak. All right, so we're just gonna fly around this beautiful, beautiful station. We're not really doing anything except just being cool. I used to play X Rebirth a bit. I never really played it that much. I think I've only played about 30, 40 hours of Rebirth, even back when it was new, and then up through version 4. But one of the things I really liked about that game was that the stations were actually even larger than these, the ones in X4. And they were really colorful, and so flying around them, like flying this close to them and being like hugging them was really cool. There's an epic quality to it. This is close. Certainly still better than X3. All those stations just look boring as hell. I mean, I played the heck out of X3 as well, but it doesn't hold a candle to X4, I feel. Okay, come on, guys. Whoa! Don't want to hit you. So we're waiting for 2 more or 3 more mass traffics. Alright, we're going to stop here. And while we wait, we're going to go check on our Explorer guy. What's he up to? Okay. Oh, here we go. There's one. Coming around the side here. Get it! Get it! Yeah! Gotcha! Mixed fruit for the fine meal. Okay. One of the few ways that I like to cheat, as it were, with the flyby looting mod, I can actually fly into conflict zones, basically, into areas where there's big fleet combats, and just like fly through and pick up a whole bunch of materials without having to container magnet all of them. I mean, it's cheaty. I'm very well aware of that. However, it's the kind of cheaty that I'm okay with. Just because you're not getting anything specifically, you're getting items. You're not making money directly, and you do have a bit of a risk still. It's a faster method than going up to somewhere, magneting and waiting. But you can still get into some danger. It can still be a problem if you end up like in a big Xenon furball. They will still attack you, no matter what. Oh, there's the next one. All right, let's get this guy. No, he's hiding behind the thing. Come on, there we go. There you go. Secure container. Okay, we can almost make a space suit bomb soon. I do wish...
Enemy spotted.
Uh-oh, here we go. Oh, there's a couple of them out here. But we only need one more. I do wish this game had a lighting model that was closer to Elite Dangerous. Oh! Came in too fast. It's a combination of things in this game that makes it a little bit too plasticky. One is that there's too much ambient lighting. There we go. I got our money. I mean, I could still fight some things. There's too much ambient light in space in this game, and so nothing is ever truly in full shadow. Is this one of those invincible guys? No, he's not. Okay. There's a bug in 4.2 where some mass traffic ships are invincible because the weapons pass through them, but that's not happening here. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, God, there's a whole bunch of mass traffic out here. Or criminal traffic. So what was I saying? Oh, yes. So there is no true black in X4. Everything has a little bit of light on it, and I don't like that. Additionally, there aren't enough good spotlight type light sources from the objects, from stations and from ships and so on. And so the visual quality, I mean, it looks good, but it doesn't look quite real, right? Like, I would kind of want, what I would really like to have is for like this section right here, where my mouse is right now, this section should potentially be black, and these glowing green lights should be casting green light onto the black surfaces to make them light up. But X4 doesn't do that. It would be like that in Elite, and that's what makes Elite Dangerous look so good, and it makes me keep coming back to that game even though it is boring as hell and I don't enjoy any of my time playing it. It's just because it's just way too pretty. It's just way too pretty. But X4 has its own charm, and it's also very pretty, and so that's why I played 850 hours of it. Okay, so we've done that mission. We've got 47k out of that. We're way the heck out here. No, that's still not us. That's them again. We're just right over here. Okay, are there any missions for us here? No. All right, so let's see. Maybe we can check again if there are any stations out here. No. Oh, lodestone. Ooh, unstable crystal. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. We're gonna go collect some of that stuff. Swoop in. So there are miners out here doing mining and stuff, and they generally don't take those. They don't care. The player is the only one who uses any of that stuff, and so they just leave it. So I can go and swoop in and collect it, which is very nice. And I just need to get within 5 kilometers, and my auto scooper basically will grab it for me. Done. Okay, that is legal items. So, crime has consequences in this game, or in this modded version, in the QWERTY mod version. And what that means is that, especially, what it specifically means for me, is that I should back up a step. In the normal vanilla game, you can get stopped by the police and they will tell you, hey, stop to be scanned. And you're like, no thanks. All you have to do is get out of your chair. If you get out of your chair, the police only scan the pilot, basically. So if there's a pilot sitting in there that has illegal wares, they will, basically you'll get dinged, tell you to drop it. So if you know that essentially your co-pilot, your AI pilot, doesn't carry anything. There we go. This guy. I'm going to ignore him. Yeah, okay, so two things. Uh, I'm being targeted now. I got to get out of here. So what I could have done right there was I could have gotten out of my seat, right? I could have gotten out of my seat, and then he wouldn't have been able to do anything to me because he wouldn't know that I had cargo. I had illegal cargo because only the cockpit seat person is the only person that matters. Okay, I got to get out of the Ministry of Finance. Okay, yeah, I got to get out of here. Okay, where was I? What was I getting at? We're gonna go over here.
Grand exchange.
We just we want to let them cool down a little bit. But now with the mod, if you're close to a station and there's mass traffic floating around, you can get dinged instantaneously. You do not get asked to stop. You do not get told to drop your car. Nothing. You just boom, get a ding. You get a fine. They don't come after you. You just get a fine. So you can't cheat. You can't get out of your seat. You don't have time to do that. And I probably would have gotten up out of my seat if I hadn't been talking and paying attention to something else. But what is really cool about that mod as well is, hopefully there's nobody around here to kick my butt. Yeah. All right, we're going to stop here. Take a look at this. Nope, that's not where I need it. I need to go back over here. Okay, so this little, what is this? This little flashing light thing? That's the fines and forfeitures. I now have a fine of just over 30,000 credits from the Ministry of Finance. If I land at a Ministry of Finance station and I haven't paid this fine, my ship will get impounded and I will not be able to leave. I have two options, which just recently got added to the game, to the mod, upon my suggestion to QWERTY, so I'm grateful that he was willing to implement this. I can talk to, yeah, these are some ministry guys. I can talk to the manager and bribe the manager for half the value of the fine and just get my ship back. Or I can hack the station and get my ship back. But it doesn't clear the fine. I still have to land at a defense station belonging to that faction to actually go to the fine office and clear the fine. And I owe nearly 31,000 credits. What this means is, for right now, because I'm still poor, I cannot afford to land anywhere in a Ministry of Finance station. I can fly around in Ministry of Finance zone, but I cannot land at a station because I'm going to lose my ship. And it's ship by ship. So if you have a ship that's flying around out in the black, that's not you, that's an NPC piloted ship, and the police stop it and you let it just get, fined, that ship will get impounded if it lands anywhere that it's not supposed to. So it's good. It's great. I mean, it is basically hard mode in a lot of ways, but it has so much to the game. It adds so much to the game. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do now. We found a couple of. Oh, that's an object. So that object is going to be a jump gate of some sort. Yes. So we're gonna fly out there. There's a station here, and the gate is there, and there's another station up along here. So I'm going to fly out there. Give me just a moment while the sound cuts out while I check to see how far I've come in the episode. All right, so we're at just at 30 minutes. So I'm going to go inspect that object, and then I'm going to inspect this one, and then I'm going to... Uh-oh. I'm going to end the episode. Something bad is happening here? What's up with that guy? Oh yeah, he doesn't like me. He doesn't like me because he's ministry and I have a fine. So I gotta deal with that. I gotta go deal with that at some point. And right now I can't because I don't have enough money to make it it's gonna eat into like a quarter of my current finances. 31K out of 127K is a big old chunk of money. I'm going to need to get some missions, and I probably need to get the heck out of Talati space. And then I can come back to a ministry station at some point and pay off that fine. All right, so there's the There's the gate. There's the other station. Now it looks like there is a builder mission. I can't do those probably, but let's see. Yeah, it wants a build, but I don't have enough money to make that, so we're not going to do that.
Unknown station.
Oops. All right. So we're just going to go over to here to this one. Check out Explorer 1. Okay, so it is starting to do. It's checked all of them. It has seen all of the stations in the zone in this sector. I'm actually going to slow down here so I don't accidentally overshoot it. And it is now dropping the satellite. So it dropped an advanced satellite. It is not a real satellite. Like, if I tell this ship to do something else, that satellite just disappears. It's entirely just here as the mechanic for doing a quick scanner sweep of the sector, rather than having to use the ship to do it, which it relies on its speed and just kind of flying around, and it's potentially a little more dangerous. It's just going to use an advanced satellite to just do a sweep in a spiral and open up the whole map, the whole sector map, which is really nice. It's relatively quick. It is not a cheat, so it's not... I mean, it is a cheat technically because it's a mod that's adding this very simple, easy feature. But it's not just like pop opening it up. It does still have to do some work. And you can see here, that's because I have it center around the sector core. It doesn't skip the hexagon pattern. It does scan for lockboxes and abandoned ships. Once this is done, it will continue to the next sector. And then it has an exploration distance of 600 kilometers, so that's how far out it will go. If I go up higher than that, it will just make this sector even huger, which I don't necessarily want it to do. And then I do have it set to satellite probes. And the ship itself will hide way above the plane, of the galactic central plane, right here. While the advanced satellite does its thing, this ship is essentially safe. So if there's like a xenon incursion or something like that, it's not going to be anywhere close to it. So it's not really in danger. It can get in danger when it's searching looking for the stations. But once it starts doing this sweep, it's well out of the way of potentially getting hurt. All right, let's continue on our way looking for that, looking at that station to see what it is. And once we've touched that station, we will close out this episode. Yeah, so we haven't seen too much. We know about 18 billion. That's a ministry area though. I can't land there, not yet. Silent Witness, it has this has the antimatter cell factory for the Bozo Ta mission. And then the others we've seen, they were at the start. So this is where we are right now. Now, of course, if you haven't played this game before, and you may not know this, the map is big. It's really big. Not as big as some games, not as big as, obviously, as Elite Dangerous, and not as big as X3, but big. It's a big game. Alright, so that one is, what is that? That's an ice refinery. Now, I could potentially find water here, scan a water ship, but I don't have that mission anymore. That mission's not available. But that's where you'd want to go. You'd want to wait for a trader to come in with, or a trader to arrive, pick up the refined ice, which is to say water, and leave with the water. And then you can scan it. But we're not doing that. Ooh, somebody dropped a satellite here? That wasn't me, was it? That was not me. Somebody else dropped that, I think. Who dropped that? Don't know. Don't know if there's a way for me to check. Oh, Sagaris Pioneers. How the heck did they get out here, though? Wow. Yeah, they don't live anywhere near here. Interesting. Okay, well, that is going to be it for this episode. And, yeah, so I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.